G'day mates, or should I say bom dia amigos, and welcome to the 1997 Brazilian Grand Prix from Interlagos. This is the second race of the 1997 season and the second race of my F1 career. Now this race is going to be held at the Autódromo José Carlos Pache in the Sao Paulo suburb of Interlagos. And the track was named after ex-Formula 1 driver Carlos Pache, who was tragically killed in a plane crash in 1978. But anyway, the track itself is one heck of a track. It's up there as one of my all-time favorites. And for a couple of reasons, actually. Just different aspects of the track really suit me to a T. The pit straight with the grandstand, the very long grandstands to your right, it's pits on your left, and how it's elevated higher than the rest of the track. It feels more narrow than it is, and as you barrel down to the Estocena, the first chicane, it feels like a roller coaster. That is great, and you can get a lot of speed from there too. And also the really twisty section in sector 2, it goes up and down, left and right. It is awesome. And also adding on to what I said about the pit straight, the run from Jun Carl, the really tight left-hander at the end of the track, all the way the veering right past the Subida dos Boxes and the Acre Bancadas to the pit straight. It emphasizes that roller coaster feel. Really good, brilliant track, and I think quite a few people would say that way. In the actual Brazilian Grand Prix, a few milestones for this race actually. It was Eddie Irvine's 50th race in Formula 1, and also Damon Hill's 75th race in Formula 1 as a driver. And also, for the leading team of Williams, it was their 100th race start since the current form of Williams Grand Prix Engineering started racing in 1978. Anyway, recovering from the first round in Australia, Jacques Villeneuve got pole for this race, followed by Michael Schumacher in the Ferrari, and then Gerhard Berger in the Benetton in third place. Now that race was run over 72 laps, and the race conditions were quite dry, a little bit of overcast, but it was dry throughout the whole race. The race itself, not too interesting, apart from a huge drama on the immediately after the start, with contact between Fisichella and Jan Magnussen, which caused Magnussen to go on two wheels, but damaging his suspension, which he would retire of not too long after. And also contact between Eddie Irvine's Ferrari and Damon Hill's Arrows. It is common belief that it was Irvine that started the whole fiasco, but looking at the footage myself, you can say that it's a typical victim of a very, very tight first corner. And as we all know, first corners are generally the most dangerous in all the race because anything can go wrong. Huge cluster. And speaking about Stewart and Magnussen, Rubens Barrichello didn't even start. It failed right on the start line, so that weekend was obviously a big failure for the Stewart team. Hopefully I can do much better success here. So with that said, let's have a look at the point standings. Jacques Villeneuve did a good win and managed to score 10 points, followed by Gerhard Berger and Jean Alesi. Good results for the Benetton team in second and third. Olivier Panis, fourth place for the new Prost team, which is a really good effort from them. And following both Michael Schumacher and Mika Häkkinen's retirements from the previous race, or I can assume they were retirement because they were both ahead of me, Eddie Irvine and David Coulthard round out the point scoring positions. And with that, the Constructors' Championship looks something like this. Benetton and Williams are drawn first place on 10 points because of Villeneuve's win, plus also the combined points of Gerhard Berger and Jean Alesi for Benetton. So they're drawing right on top of the table. Followed by Prost in third place on 3 points, Ferrari with 2, and McLaren with 1. And my team Stewart has yet to leave the mark on 0 points, but hopefully we should get some better results here. So with that said, let's have a look at the qualifying results for this race. Right, now on the front row of the grid we have Villeneuve and Frentzen, Williams lockout. Funny that. Michael Schumacher in the Ferrari got 3rd, followed by Gerhard Berger, the first Benetton, and then his teammate in 5th place, followed by Ralf Schumacher in 6th place. His teammate Fischer-Kelly comes in at 7th place, and then we have Hakkinen, Irvine, Coulthard. Olivier Panis 11th, not too bad at all. Nakano, his teammate, got 13th, and I got 14th, which is a really good effort. And my teammate got 17th with a 1:15.01. But thinking about it, not too bad effort from the Stewart team. It's interesting because when I started racing on the track for this race, I was doing 1:15 because vitally, in the second sector, particularly the hairpins of Lorana, Pinheirino, Cotavello, I was going around them in first gear, which is not too bad, controllable, but it was a little bit slow. But then I experimented doing second gear for all of them, and I got really fast at times. As you can see, I did a 1:14.270, which was good enough for 14th. Doubt I could go any faster, mainly due to the Stewart speed. How can I come up with the Renaults or Ferraris of the front runners? But hey, 14th for a brand new team is not too bad, and in the dry too. But anything can happen in a race. I could end up in 3rd, for example. Speaking of the race, now that you've seen the entire grid, let's get the 1997 Brazilian Grand Prix underway.
The drivers are lined up on the grid now, preparing themselves for the start. The red lights are beginning to come on.
3, 2, 1. Go, baby, go, go, go! Here.
He's been passed by Larry. He's hit Johnny Herbert. Hands down.
13th place, one up on my front, one up to my qualifying position.
Amazing.
Good result, and I'm gonna get them all 3 abreast. Almost a collision there, and I almost burnt out my engine too.
And he goes through.
11th place, not bad. Third gear through here with Verdana, I think. Following behind one of the Jordans there. Deep second through here. Deep in the groove. Maybe a little bit wider through there. Second gear for Juncal, coming up to Subida dos Boxes. And following that, the pit entry at Bacandas. Giancarlo Fischer-Kelly's Jordan's ahead of me. It looks like 2 of them got for the overtake. I've got to be careful here.
Into lap 2 now.
Looks like a bronze! Oh god! Almost ran into the back of Fischer-Keller there. The one thing I hate about this game, when they brake, they stop dead, and I just can't react in time. But yeah, big movements there between a Ferrari, a Prost, and Fischer-Keller's Jordan.
Dropping back a bit.
But luckily, no injuries there, thank goodness, because I don't want to be out of this race this early.
Race
Not after.
Heights Harold Frentzen. Williams number 1. Gerhard Berger. Michael Schumacher.
Not after the 4 or 5 attempts I took to do this race. Just various problems. First one, it was like this, sun all the way, but I didn't press record, so I had to do it again. I had, from then on, I had problems with rain on qualifying, rain during the race, or rain qualifying and sun during the race. And this game doesn't tell you the weather for the race whatsoever, if you have it on random mode, and so you don't know which tyre comment to use. So if you end up wet on a dry circuit, you're gone. So I've done a new approach here. Instead of doing the championship, these are all single races with the weather conditions replicating that of the actual race back in 1997. I gotta hold back, I'm a bit too far. Oh, one of the pros is going against the Ferraris. Probably Irvine, and nope, didn't get it, and that commentary has made me fall back. Should concentrate on my own race, not them. Looks like nothing's changed, the situation up there. Hopefully I can pass one of them on the next lap. We shall see.
He's losing ground.
Prince is in the lead, followed by Villeneuve, Berger, Michael Schumacher, Jean Alesi, and Hakkinen.
Now, what about the drivers in the lower position? In 10th place, Giancarlo Fisichella. 11th, Jan Magnussen. In 12th place, Nico Salo.
Got a good run here. Looks like one of the pros are going past, and it looks like I'm going to go for an overtake. No, I can't. Thought I had a good run, obviously not.
He's coming up from behind now.
Big mistake there, went a bit too fast, understeered.
Some really good lap times now.
Brenson's got the fastest lap with 15.305. Gonna catch up to one of these cars and pass. Goodness gracious me. Nah, that's not helping. They're pulling away ahead. I need to get a good run. Be bold coming out of the Senate S and pass them on Retta Oposta.
Tyre wear is getting bad. Coming to the pits.
We're at about half distance at this point.
Looks like I might have to abandon or overtake. There's no point in moving my tyres any further. Besides, all of them got the pit in anyway, so I might be able to pass them.
Williams number 1. Gerhard Berger. Michael Schumacher. He's definitely gaining.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to pass because of pits.
He really is acquitting himself exceptionally well, despite his lack of experience.
That's a good praise from Martin Brundle. I wonder how many of these guys are going to be repeating this lap as well.
He's closing the gap.
None of them, as it turns out. No, some of them did.
Fuel's getting low. Get ready to come in.
It'll be interesting to see how this stop compares with other teams. Watch the time as he comes in.
The team's been practicing this over and over again until it's
5.9 because of
He's on a
traffic.
fresh set of tyres, which means that, for a while at least, he'll have something of a time advantage over the other car.
He probably just lost concentration for a second, and that was all it took.
My concentration, probably the pits, then gonna have traffic.
Let's look at the lap times now. He's down.
There goes one of the Minardis very easily. What the hell are you doing?
He's hit Truly. Ouch!
Truly, what the?
Truly's taken him. I think the two cars may just have touched.
I was faster car. There should have been a blue flag.
Position.
Obviously, the flags are disqualification flags only.
Harold Franson. 8. David Coulthard.
Now that's
In
ruined my
9th
rhythm.
place, Mika
Gotta have some
Sala.
words. Gotta give him some words after this race.
He's coming up from behind now.
Unless he picks in, of course. Which he doesn't. So I'm going to be passing him. Easily. And stay behind me.
Excellent.
Now ahead is
He's
one of the
absolutely
arrows,
stormed
I think.
past.
Yep, one of the arrows.
That's taken him past Pedro Diniz. He was actually going faster than the race leader over the first section of the course.
Focus too much on who that car was behind me. I need to focus on the track. I'm in 10th place. Good job. I'm back in it. I think I won place better than what it was before, unless somebody has retired. Which could be the case. Hope I don't retire. Oh, Irvine's 4th.
He's coming up from behind now. Race order. Williams number 1. Gerhard Berger. Michael Schumacher. Eddie Irvine. There are only 3 laps left in this race now.
10th place now. Let's see if I can play another position. Who is in
One of the
front of
problems
me?
the drivers
No
have to
idea.
contend with is visibility. The drivers get very dirty out on the street. Every 5 laps or so, they'll need to give it a wipe to keep it clear with the back of their glove or their
There we
sleeve.
go.
Of course.
Delago
It's really difficult to see.
approached
They
much
can peel
better
off one of the
than
clear
what's been
tear-offs
for the
strips
past
to
few
cover the
laps.
visor.
He's closing the gap.
And that is covering up, thank goodness. Look a bit right there. Pellerino, not too bad. Now Portobello.
And the gap is closing.
Coming on pit strike where I get a lot of speed. Center S's where I'm very fast through that. I should be able to get him by Reto Oposto. Oh, I love that back straight. Great passing opportunity.
There are only 2 laps left in which to decide the race. He's closing the gap in front.
Maybe not this lap. At the end of this lap, I'll definitely
10th,
pass him.
Jan Magnussen. 11th, Ralph Schumacher.
Mika Hakkinen in the McLaren.
In 12th place,
Wow. Yeah,
Pedro
but then again,
Diniz.
this is before his track run. Nope. Oh. Oh. Someone's out.
That's past French.
Frenson's out. Ooh. Villeneuve is not going to have the support he needs. He's going to have the Ferraris all over the back of him. I wonder what happened to the Renault engine in that car. Just stop talking. I've lost Hakkinen.
The gap is increasing.
I'm catching. I can see the dots getting bigger, bigger, bigger.
We're into the final lap. This is classic racing. He's closing the gap in front.
Ball move outside. Oh,
He's absolutely stormed past. That was actually a better first split than the
That was ballsy. I went on the outside to pass Hakkinen, then I zipped right across Hakkinen's nose to pass one of the Tyrrells.
Race order. Williams number 1. Gerhard Berger. Michael Schumacher. Eddie Irvine.
Your tyres are getting worn. Get ready to pit.
Don't need to pit in. This is the final lap.
It's a win for the Canadian. I'm sure Frank Williams and the rest of the Williams team will be absolutely delighted with this win. In second place, Gerhard Berger. Third, Michael Schumacher. He's losing
Looks like
ground.
going to get 7th again. Oh man, my heart's pounding a million miles an hour from that last pass. That was ballsy. Irvine, Alesi, Fischer-Keller, myself.
7th, Jan Magnussen.
There goes one of
He's
the
had a-
Tyrrells. I wonder who that was. I hope it was Mika Salo, because he's a great driver and he's raced here in Australia as well. So, hats off to Tyrrell. That's one of the best results in years, I would think. And me equaling my best result. Still yet to break a point in the season. So, oh well. Calm down. I finally got Interlagos completed. Whew, now I can move on. Anyway, here are the classifications. Jacques Villeneuve wins again. Followed by Gerhard Berger again in the Benetton. But Michael Schumacher, not retired this time, came in the 3rd place to hold the red flag of Ferrari up and keeping the Tifosi around the world happy. Equally happy for the Tifosi, Eddie Irvine backs up Schumacher well in 4th place. Thinking about partnerships, I don't think Villeneuve would have cared too much about Frenton's retirement. He defeated Berger over 4 seconds. Huh. Jean Alesi keeps Benetton's Constructors' Championship hopes alive in 5th place, although 20 seconds behind Irvine. Wow, that was a big gap. Although I did see him towards the end of the finish. And 6th place, Giancarlo Fischer-Keller, scoring the first points for himself and for the Jordan team. So Jordan's going to move up right underneath McLaren in the World's in the Constructors' Championship. And just behind me and him is Kent Levin, 32.366 seconds behind Villeneuve. If it wasn't for me commentating about Frenton's retirement, I might have passed him and I might have got on a point. But I've got... can't say I've got a big mouth, but that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. But as a consolation prize, I got the fastest lap. My first fastest lap of my career in only my 2nd race. I think that my really fast run from Juncal, sort of, along the pit straight, the Estocena, Curva del Sol, and Reta Oposta, the first sector, really made it for me. So I am very chuffed about that. And so the team's championship looks something like this. Villeneuve still in 1st place with 2 wins, bringing his score tally to 20 points. And following behind him is Gerhard Berger with 2 2nd place positions, scoring 12 points. Alesi still holds 3rd place with 6 points. But this is where it starts to change from here. Because of Irvine's 4th place in this race, as well as his 5th place, he moves up the table to 4th place behind Alesi, and following behind him is his teammate Michael Schumacher. Thanks to his excellent 3rd place, Ferrari's championship battle starts now. Unfortunately, with Ferrari going very, very well, it is pushed both Panis and Coulthard down the order, 6th and 7th respectively. But Coulthard may have some competition on his hands in the form of Giancarlo Fischer-Keller's Jordan. They're both drawing 7th place with 1 point. And after that, it looks quite normal. Everyone doesn't score a point, including me. I've still yet to hit the mark, but considering I've just missed out on the points twice, my first point standing should not be too far away. Very good result for the new Stewart team. And as such, in the manufacturer standings, Williams take the sole lead with 20 points, but Benetton is still very close behind them on 18 points. So we'll be very curious to have a look at them this season. Then again, they've been quite strong for the past few years, since 1994. Ferrari's great show this round saw them move up to third, pushing ahead of Prix with 9 points. Prix still holds fourth place with 3 points, which is really good. And rounding out the point standings for the manufacturer, we've got McLaren, Mercedes on 1 point, joined with Jordan Peugeot with 1 as well. So that does it for us here in Brazil. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Thank God that I managed to finish it after the troubles I had. Hopefully, we should go on for the rest of the season without too many problems, but we shall see. Thank you for watching it, and I'll see you guys in Argentina.